This one got a funky vibe. This got a funky vibe. This one got a funky vibe. I'ma draw the line, bitch, you better not cross it. Every day I wake up and I get it cause I'm flossing. This levels to my art, I should be Bob Ross it. Put them in the coffin, break them off it. Cause I'm dark just like a closet. Breathing gas like my name is Caustic. I don't care what the fuck cost it. Want it, I'ma cop it. Baby, I'ma pop it. Baby, I'ma pop it. Wish that I would stop it. They wish that I would stop it. I be causing nonsense. I be causing mayhem. Bitch, I'm about to break him. Bitch, I'm about to break him. Bitch, I'm about to play her. Bitch, I'm about to play him. I ain't got no real friends. Niggas always squealing. Bitches act like children. Suppress how I'm feeling. Try me, then I'm killing. Cookies like I'm grilling. Just like a ceiling. I'm the lot I'm feeling. Make it go skirt. She lifted up her skirt, I'ma fuck her, go berserk. I just hit it till she squirt. I be studying her body, feel just like a nerd. Said I feel just like a nerd. Cause the way I come through, they know I'm playing games. Came through with that style, boy, I feel like Rick James, yeah. Shorty curvy like a vase. Sit it on my face, we can go back to my place. But you cannot be my babe, no, you trying to get me laced. I broke up out the case, with the flow I go insane. I just swerved into your lane, I'm gonna make the front page. I might come through with that K, leave it with a fucking grace. Cause the youngin' been deadly. Cause the youngin' been ready, shorty ride me like a Chevy. After that, she give me Becky. No, sometimes that shit get heavy. I'm a lefty. Chillin' with the bitch, they Becky. She just slurp me like spaghetti, cooking up beside me, chef. Man, who the fuck he testing? Looking like a blessing. Came through on that late night, just got to undress. Just like a guest. Wrap him up just like a present. Bitch, get out my presence. Before I send you to the Reverend. We got one more. We're going to do a 2-song intro. These are some of my old songs that are really short. So we're going to do a 2-song intro. I'm going to tuck this in too because it looked like I got like a big-ass neck beard going on or some shit. It's just my hair, though. That shit ain't looking right, though. I ain't fucking with that. I don't want old neck beard head ass up in here. We're going to keep my hair contained within this fucking Muslim Mossad helmet I'm wearing today. Is this the right one? Came in to kill it, I'm splashing like Willie. I don't give a fuck, I'm straight to the ceiling. I don't give a fuck. Right. Shout out to the cell phone recording on BandLab. I'm making them gas like asthma attacks. I'm doing my shit and I rap it real fast. Breaking the glass. Beat they ass with a gas. Taking them trips always to the dead. Smoking till I'm blazed. Bitch, get out the way. Why the fuck you running? I ain't got no time to chase. Took her to my bedroom, I just whip her like a slave. Changed her attitude and now she wear me like some babe. Oh yeah. Bitch, I got the cheat codes. Bitch, I got the cheat codes. Bitch, I got the cheat codes. Ballin' like a free throw. Every day I step up and I rap like it's a league, yo. Bitches come around and act like please think I'm a big, yo. Aikido like my name is Steven Seago. Nowadays I'm flyer than a motherfucking ego. Freaky like an info. Hanging with my kinfolk. Nowadays I think that he got 2 sticks like a Kimbo. But if they really want it, still go slice them up like Kimbo. But this ain't no backyard brawl. I'ma kill them all. If you talk to God, you better you possess a call. Bitch, my flow is sick, we in the winter or the fall. Bitch, wanna go trips and just go shopping at the mall. I ain't got no time for that, but baby, make a call. Pick it all, get a ball. I'ma jump up off the wall, shift and fall. I won't never slip and fall, yeah. Oh shit, it's trying to auto play some other shit. But yeah, we back in the building. You already know who it is. It's Schwetzel in this bitch back again. And before we get into this today, I want to talk about something. I woke up this morning. I seen somebody had commented on my last YouTube video, and they said, "Hey man, it's time to let the hair go." I don't know what this motherfucker was trying to imply. It seemed like he tried to imply that I'm going bald or some shit. Let's keep it 100. I've had this same hairline since I was fucking newborn baby status. Like, for real, this is just my natural hairline. Motherfucker sitting here trying to tell me I'm going bald or some shit. I need to shave my hair off.
Motherfucker, you tripping, dog. That's my natural hairline. Like, what is these motherfuckers talking about? That must be a bald dude. It had to be. That had to be a bald dude who he don't know how to deal with his baldness. So he want everybody else in the world to be bald and shit too. Everybody else in the world, he see anybody with a widow's peak or some shit. He like, oh yeah, this motherfucker got a receding hairline. His shit going bald too. He need to go ahead and shave. He need to go ahead and shave all his shit off. So I need to go ahead and comment on this motherfucker's channel and be like, hey man, go ahead and shave that shit off. You're wasting your time trying to hold on to that shit. I ain't holding on to nothing, bitch. This is just my natural hairline. I grow hair easily. Like, you don't even know. I literally was bald like a year and a half ago or a year ago or some shit. All this length that I got, you can't see it now because it's all tucked up under the hood. But all this length I got, my hair's like down to here now. This shit has been grown within the course of a year and a half at max. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my natural hairline, boy. You got me fucked up out here. I ain't bald, bitch. I ain't balding. I ain't receding nothing. Like I ain't stressed like that. If you stress like that, that's your own type of problem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stressing about shit. People be trying to make me stressing about shit. People be trying to point me in the direction of making it seem like I'm the bad guy in every situation and I'm some type of problem or burden in people's life and act like I do them in all type of ways and I'm so evil and fucking I should be stressed out about these money situations and I should be stressed out about how I make you feel at the moment and bitch. Stop playing with me. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. Because I know certain individuals gonna watch this video. I don't care if you family. I don't care what you are, bro. I am not your problem at all. I am not the root cause of your issue at all. And y'all not gonna make me feel like that. And that's disrespect in the first place. You even trying to make me feel like that. So whenever I come outside my mouth, after you've already came outside your mouth and said certain shit and tried to insinuate and imply certain things and make me out to be something I'm not, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how you gonna feel about what I got to say next. Like this is all in reaction and response to what you saying at the end of the day. And this ain't specific to any situation. This is just life in general. I've dealt with this shit over and over and over and over again through my grandparents, through siblings, through multiple siblings, through fucking all type of family matters, through other people, random motherfuckers, through friends, everything. I know how the game goes, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is not going to make me out to be like I'm some formulation of a problem and I'm the root cause of all the issues in your life. Bitch, you better get over that fucking character that you having an issue with at the moment. Bitch, you better get through that depressive ass state that you got going through at the moment. Bitch, you better get through those illusions and delusions that you got going on at the moment. Bitch, it ain't Schwetzel's fault. I can tell you that right now. And I don't give a fuck what I may have done to certain individuals. It ain't Schwetzel's fault at the end of the day. I can tell you that shit right now. Everything that I be doing is a reaction and response to the shit that y'all be doing. Anything that I got going on in my own time is shit that I do on my own time. That's the shit I'm taking action on. Anything else is a reaction and a response to the energy that I'm getting from y'all individuals based on y'all space and location and based on the atmosphere and the environment that you guys are emanating and the light that I'm refracting off of that shit. Yeah, it's not Schwetzel's fault, bitch. And it's not your fault either if you in these similar type of experiences, bitch. It ain't your fucking fault because you know on your day to day, you are developing peace. You're developing, you know what I'm saying? You're creating good things. You're creating positivity. You're creating inspiration for certain individuals, whether that be online, whether that be in real life, whatever it is you taking action on. You building yourself up, bitch. You aren't in a state of perpetual fucking issues and problems and always pointing the finger at somebody else. I'm tired of that shit. And the funny thing about it is too, I can sit here and point the finger at y'all because I know what the fuck is going on. Because I know what the fuck is going on. I can point fingers at y'all bitches all day. I don't give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I do and I know what I don't do. People just be making up illusions and fucking and making you out to be the issue, like you caused all these issues, or they just be making a mountain out of a molehill and making it seem like the little shit that you be doing is such a big problem. Meanwhile, they do all this other shit and completely ignore that shit. But that's besides the point. We 10 minutes into this bitch. We gonna go ahead and start with the actual breakdown of what the title of this video is today. You know what I'm saying? So once again, we back in the building, back in the communication station with your boy Schwetzel. We here, we live and direct. So what first thing we gonna do? Start talking about the title. Bada bing, bada boom. Spiritual dependency. What is that? What is that? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? We gonna tell you. First of all, before we actually get into the essence of what spiritual dependency is, let's go ahead and point out some things from life and some examples that we can utilize to tie to these things. Because I'll be seeing certain things that be going on in life, and I want to say I'm proud of humanity in certain ways, but y'all be too externally fixated to the point where it's only a thing like, oh yeah, I don't need to be dependent on another person. I don't need to be dependent on this person for money. I don't need to be dependent on this person for a place to live. I don't need to be dependent on this person for this or that or this or that. Whatever physical name, whatever physical means and reasonings, you know what I'm saying? That is what most people will be looking at as far as dependency, depending upon another person to make you happy, depending upon another person for your own self-worth, depending upon another person for anything. Y'all only look at it as externally though, and as physical means though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit proud of y'all in that aspect, because y'all will be more so willing to like cut ties with certain individuals or let certain things go based upon you starting to notice that you're starting to depend upon it in some type of way. So everyone is out here trying to be an independent person at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is in that individuality bracket and trying to be self-sufficient and stuff like that. But y'all be missing the spiritual aspect of it. And that's what we're about to get into. It's such a projection. Grace Anna says, yeah, facts. That was the intro tip. I missed that comment. Everything free. With a name like that, can you fix me a German sausage and pretzel? Schwetzel's Pretzels is actually a real life business that has been made. And I didn't know about it until I made my name Schwetzel. And then everybody was telling me like, hey, man, did you make this business or some shit? Or, you know what I'm saying? Do you have any ties to this? And I'm like, bitch, no, I don't know what that is. But I do have German blood in my bloodline. I'm a mix between German, Native American. My grandfather died before he was able to tell me what tribe, because once I got a little bit older, I wanted to start asking questions like that. But he died whenever I was 6 years old. But he would always tell me, like, you've got Native American blood and you make sure you don't ever forget that. And my grandmother, who was married to him, she doesn't have any Native American blood at all. But she would always tell me the same thing because of him. Like, she would always tell me, like, you have Native American blood and you make sure you always remember that. Make sure you don't forget that. So, yeah, I'm a mix between German and Native American, possibly a little bit of something else. I've never done my ancestry or anything like that. I just know that on my dad's side is where the majority of the German bloodline come from. And then as well as on my mom's side, there's a percentage level of German as well. But my grandfather, his mother and his grandmother were like full-blooded. And I'm wanting to say that it was Cherokee if I remember correctly. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, that shit ain't even got nothing to do with the name and title of this video anyway. So don't comment if you're not gonna add on to this or ask questions about what we talking about today. I ain't really concerned with pretzels at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like I was saying, a lot of people will be willing to cut ties with shit and let go of certain things when it is a physical dependency, as far as you need to have this certain individual around you at all times to help you think things out, to help you fix your problems, to help you do this or that, or, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people be more so willing to let go of those things at this time. So I am proud of y'all in that aspect, but let's not miss on where the true importance lies when we're actually talking about this topic. So for example, if you need to go and look back on some of my past videos, you can. But I've done this breakdown a few times about how I'm talking about how we're creating a mental environment and a mental and emotional atmosphere. And when you bring these things together, it creates a mentality. And then once it creates a mentality, now that is a tool you can utilize. It's another tool on your tool belt. It's another cloak of many colors that you can put on. It's another, you know what I'm saying? It's another system that you can use, another filtering system over your spirit, because we're at the end of the day, we're wearing all of these things. We're wearing our body. We're wearing our chakras that we've created for ourselves. all that shit. That is just something that we're wearing on our spirit and carrying around at the moment and observing, due to us being the spirit who is creating these things and creating the reality. We're doing the same thing through our own two eyes. We're experiencing all the shit that we've created, all the mistakes that we've made up until this point, all the good things that we've done, and we reap the benefits from those things. So you see those things in your environment. You see the mistakes that you make in your environment. You see the good times and the things that you've done right in your environment, and you have fruits of those labors, whether that be material items, whether that be you owning a house now, whether that be whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? We see all these things in reality. So the same thing is going on from a spiritual perspective internally. We're creating these things and we're observing them internally. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, we'll all be in a situation where we create certain thought forms, feelings. We start to develop certain characters, certain characteristics and traits that can then be acted out in reality, which can now be a vibe that you carry, which now can be certain thought forms that you carry around and pay attention to throughout the day to day and help you go through your experiences a little bit more sufficiently. You get what I'm saying? It can be all types of things. It can be whatever type of mentality you're carrying into these environments. It can be whatever characteristics and traits that you're exhibiting at the moment throughout these environments. But what you need to understand is sometimes it be time to let that shit go. And once again, we don't need to depend on anything, whether that be a man or a woman in our actual life, or whether that be a man or a woman internally. We don't need to depend on any type of feeling. We don't need to depend on any type of thought form. So even it gets down to the point where you don't need to even depend on happiness. You don't even need to depend on having peace all the time. You don't need to depend on these things. Because like I said, certain things work in certain scenarios and certain situations. And certain things that you develop for yourself are only good for a certain time frame and a certain period, like a fucking expiration date on a gallon of milk or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? When that expiration date comes, you then throw that gallon of milk out because now it's fucking chunky and the shit look like cheese or something. You know what I'm saying? So that is the exact same thing that's going on internally. And a lot of people be still utilizing shit that don't work anymore, or shit that is just outdated for them specifically, even if it's some newer type of characteristics and traits that they've only developed in the last recent couple of years and shit like that. But depending upon how that makes a person feel or how it works for them in certain environments, people will be prone to hold on to these things and think that they need to act out in these characteristics and traits all the time, or for the rest of their life, or just for an extended period, further than what that energy is actually garnering at the moment, and what you actually need to be utilizing it for, and how long you need to be utilizing it for. So don't be afraid to let go of certain characters. Even if that comes down to the point you just need to change your YouTube name or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you would notice, like even your username that you use on certain websites, or your YouTube name carry a certain energy and act out in certain characters and characteristics and traits that you've developed in the past that you don't necessarily want to gravitate onto anymore. That's why you'll see certain individuals coming through and changing their YouTube name 3 to 4 times. You get what I'm saying? Because this person is growing and they're changing and they're realizing this from within. So they're changing these things within and letting go of these old burdening type of energies, or just shit that doesn't work anymore, or it wasn't the right thing to do in all scenarios. So they let it go, and then boom, you'll see these motherfucker change their YouTube name, get a new, maybe even make a new account or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how the shit actually play out. But what we're seeing internally is what we need to be paying attention to is these things. It's the characters and the characteristics, the mentalities, the frequencies and vibrations that we're creating with ourselves, and what we are more prone to hold on to just because it worked, or just because it make us feel a certain way. So for example, if a certain mentality works for you in a certain environment, you're going to try to hold on to that shit because you're like, oh damn, it works. Especially if you're in a situation where whatever you did gave you some type of opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Or made things better for you in some type of way. So you feel some type of happiness get back off of it, or you feel some type of release of stress off of it, or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not for you to take these things and conflate it and utilize it in all scenarios, or use it for extended periods of time, or utilize it in every scenario, or it always be something that is a characteristic and trait of you that you feel like you need to hold on to just because it give you some type of happiness or just because it released the stress at the moment. Like, no, that you don't need to hold on to it forever, because what you're going to realize is, like a lot of people be saying, the same shit that you love could be the same shit that destroy you. So those characteristics and traits that you like about yourself so much, or the shit that works for you so well, or whatever it may be, that shit, if you hold on to it for a long period of time, you could start to see the actual opposite effect of what it was initially. So it could appear sweet initially, but it's going to be sour on the back end whenever you are continuously utilizing these things and wasting your time into trying to uphold some type of character just because it worked in a certain realm of reality and it worked in a certain environment for you and it helped you deal with the people that you were dealing with at that current moment. Every day we're stepping into newness. Every day we're stepping into uncomfortability. Everything is going to be new. Even if you have a rudimentary lifestyle where it's just the same shit different day, and you're going through a rigmarole type of routine and pattern, even then we're still stepping into newness and we're still stepping into uncomfortability. We're always being influenced by new things on a daily basis. The talking points are different. Everyone's always on some new shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're always stepping into newness and uncomfortability. So therefore, by you thinking that you need to sit here and maintain, uphold, and carry along this characteristics and traits, these mentalities with you, you're basically wasting your time, because it's going to come to a point where it's going to start to be a burden to you trying to uphold that shit and be a certain way, whether that be in a kindness aspect, whether that be in a not taking no shit from individuals aspect. In the kindness aspect, it can come back and you start to get taken advantage of in certain situations, because now you're just being kind to everybody and you think the whole world deserves grace and you think the whole world deserves your kindred spirit type of kindness type of aspect. And what will happen is now you're disregarding your discernment and your internal intuition. So now you're kind to everyone and you're overly kind, and now people are taking advantage of you. And on the vice versa, whenever you're utilizing something like a take no bullshit, anytime anybody come at me in any type of way that I perceive as disrespect or anything like that, I'm gonna fucking hit them with all the fire in the world and shit like that, and be extremely disrespectful, or just come outside my mouth and say some wild shit to them. Like, no, it's not necessarily for that, because what you're gonna see happen is the same thing. That's like my video about cynicism. You too deep in the cynical mind. So what's gonna happen now? You're being an asshole to everybody at the end of the day. And now you're disregarding your discernment and your internal intuitions. So even if you know that this person meant no harm by what they was saying, or even if you know that they're a good person who just wants to support you and be kind to you and shit like that, now you're just going to be an asshole to them because of that character that you're maintaining, and it worked for you in this environment when you was dealing with a bunch of ain't shit ass individuals, and whenever you fucking came at them with a little bit of fire, they kind of backed off. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in a situation where people are actually trying to be there for you, actually trying to support you and shit, and whenever they say certain things to you, you hit them with a whole bunch of fire, and then now you're scaring off these individuals. You're making these individuals run away. So now you're missing out on opportunities and shit like that. That may not even appear like an opportunity due to you just being an asshole at the moment and still upholding and maintaining that character. So that is what spiritual dependency is at the end of the day. That is you being dependent upon any type of character that you've created within yourself, you being dependent upon any type of mentality, any type of thought or feeling that you have utilized or developed within yourself that you perceive as working at the moment, or you perceive as beneficial at the moment. You do not need to become dependent upon these things, because the moment you become dependent upon these things, now that character is going to take the driver's seat. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to be in a position of being in the sunken place and not really so much being in control. And you're just always going to be acting out in this one type of character. And even if you see that it's starting not to work now, you have routine and pattern, and due to putting so much energy into upholding that, now it's a part of you, basically. You know what I'm saying? You depend on it. It's going to be harder for you to let go of that and loosen the reins of that, having control. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it actually is at the end of the day. We don't need to be dependent upon nothing, whether that be anything outside of us, even to the point where it's anything inside of us. Like, for example, certain people, for example, if a girl knows she got good pussy or something, right? And I know this might sound crazy or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know this might sound wild or some shit like that. But for example, a female knows she got good pussy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So now spiritually, she's become dependent upon just the root chakra. So now everything she's going to be viewing is going to be coming through the root chakra. And same for a dude. This might sound a little weird, like I said, but a dude know that he can drop good dick or some shit like that, even if he don't put in a lot of effort at certain time frames and shit. Hey, what's good, Steph? Thanks for popping up. But anyways, a girl knowing she got good coochie, a good dude knowing that he can lay down some good pipe or some shit. Now you're viewing everything through the root chakra. Now you're becoming dependent upon the root chakra. So now you think all of your relationships need to be tied to some type of sexual desire or some type of sexual thing due to this working for you in the past, due to certain dudes being able to go and fuck on a chick and now they got a place to live at. Now they got, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit get deep. And vice versa with the female, a girl knowing that she got good pussy or something. Now she know that that she's viewing everything through that root chakra. And now she know, okay, I can withhold the pussy a little bit and get this dude to act out in the way that I want him to act out and get him to react and respond how I want him to react and respond. And at the end of the day, y'all see this all the time. Even certain situations, a female will do this shit and know she got some good pussy and get all her fucking bills paid for and get all the Birkin bag that she want and get all, you know what I'm saying? Like, pay very close attention. This shit is fucking real, bro. Steph said, I'm at work in the bathroom. Hell yeah, we just talking about some spiritual dependency shit right now. Getting deep on some more topics and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all pay attention to this shit. And for another example, right? A person who know that they got a good throat chakra, a person who know that they got a good gift of gab type of gift, good at being a public speaker or some shit like that, right? They'll start to become more fixated and more dependent upon their throat chakra expression. You get what I'm saying? So how they communicate with people, how they talk, how they're able to influence and manipulate people with their wordage and their wordplay and shit like that. A person will become more dependent upon the throat chakra. So now they're viewing everything through that lens. So now they're dependent upon that. So every situation that they come into, they're going to be trying to rock you to sleep with their words and shit like that. Or another way, a person who is more like mentally inclined, they'll become more dependent upon the mind chakra and shit like that. So even if they have to go silent with their words and shit like that and not speak nothing, it'll be a person who will always try to like outthink you in every situation and shit like that. It's because they're completely dependent upon the mind chakra and shit like that. And this plays out throughout all the chakras. Like, I'm not going to go sit here and break down every single chakra and use it as an example, but y'all get what I'm saying by what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm saying by what I'm talking about. Like, real life will show you this shit if you just observe your environment a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The root chakra one that I just broke down, dick and pussy area, the throat chakra one that I just broke down, the mind one that I just broke down. Peep game from your experiences in real life. This is what is actually going on. People be caught up in a loop of spiritual dependency. So a motherfucker will utilize certain chakras and be dependent upon those and start to disregard other chakras and other energy systems that they've created for themselves internally. And that's where a person will start to get flunked out in certain other areas and start to get things fucked up in certain other areas just due to them putting all of their focus and energy into upholding and only utilizing these certain other chakras, or a combination of 1 to 2 to 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? So that is what is actually going on at the end of the day. Like, that is what is actually going on at the end of the day. Like, y'all be thinking like, oh, this person's just a big thinker, or oh, this person is just a talker at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Or oh, this person is just a really sexual person at the moment. No, that is a formulation of spiritual dependency. They're depending upon those certain chakras within themselves because they know that it has worked for them in certain environments. So now they're solely predicated towards those things rather than actually having balance and equilibrium and actually viewing things from a totalitarian totalitarian state of being where they're actually utilizing all of these things and having all of them balanced out. That way they're not getting things fucked up in certain other areas. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Schwetz, message her back later. Yeah. Make sure I message her back later. Make sure I message her back later. You know what I'm saying? And you already know. I kind of thought that was my thing. I'm not gonna lie, solar systems. I kind of thought I made that up for real. I guess not. That must be like a universal code language or some shit. Yeah, I've been saying that shit for a minute. I thought I made that up for real. That just must be some universal shit, some universal coded language that everybody know or some shit that I was not privy to in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Don't be caught up in no formulation of a spiritual dependency system. We broke it down. We've told y'all the examples. We've told y'all what really be going on and what people really be doing. So don't be caught up in any formulation of that shit. Don't be trying to uphold any type of light for extended periods of time. Be ready to let go of that shit. The moment that you even start to think and feel a certain way, the moment that you even start to believe certain things and believe in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Be ready to let that shit go as soon as it hits you, because eventually one day you're going to have to. You know what I'm saying? We all die. Everything has an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes to an end. You know what I'm saying? We don't be in any formulation of trying to uphold shit for an extended period of time. Be ready to let it go. Even if it's happiness, even if it's peace, be ready to let it go, because it's not going to be there forever. Might have been stuck in that soul group. It's only me and Dolo out here energy back then. I don't know what you're trying to say by that. Honestly, I can't even lie to you. Might have been stuck in that soul group. It's only me and Dolo out here energy back then. I don't know. I think I'm getting the essence of what you try to say, as far as like beginning times and shit like that. But I can't sit here and act like I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I have regarding inventing. Yeah. I knew that was what you was talking about. But yeah, guys, don't get lost in spiritual dependency. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all on this topic as of right now. What we're going to do is I'm probably going to play some League of Legends for a little bit. I kind of want to hop into Discord and fucking chop it up with some individuals, play a little bit of that for a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back here in the evening time. Well, it kind of is evening time already. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. So I'm going to come back here around 8 o'clock, 9 p.m., something like that. And I am going to do the collective tarot card pool again. So anybody want to tune into collective tarot card pool, make sure y'all got y'all's alarms set for around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere in that range. We gonna be back on, because that's kind of like where my numbers are hitting the hardest. 8, 9, 10 o'clock, like my like live tune in rate is like the highest at that point. So that's why I'll be trying to go live later in the evening. Like I don't be trying to do like early morning live streams and shit like that, because my numbers be low as fuck on those times. You know what I'm saying? So my shit be hitting harder when I upload in the evening, views wise and live viewers wise. So we gonna be in there on that. But thanks for y'all to tuning in. Thanks for coming and chopping it up, Solar. We out this bitch. We'll be back here at the Wild. Take it easy. See y'all in about